Hello and welcome to this episode of the English Verbs series. Today we're looking at the verb jump, and as well as looking at the different forms of the verb, we're going to look at some interesting idiomatic expressions that use this word. So first of all, to clarify the different forms of the verb jump, we have to jump, jumped, jumped, jumping and jumps. And to really dig down into the correct pronunciation, let's look at the phonemic script. So as we see, the base form of this verb ends in the P, the P sound, which is not a voiced sound, and it's there in combination with that the M. So the end of this verb, basically, and then the ed, because the P is not voiced, the ed is also not voiced. So the ending of the past tense and past participle is mped. So the basic form jump, jump, we release that puff of air, and then there's the pt with the ed ending, pt. So jump, jumped. As always with the ing form, we've got that ing ending which vibrates up in the nose, and we combine it with the p to make ping, jumping, jumping. And you can see there that the jump gets the stress in that two-syllable word, jumping. And finally, with the third person, we've got the ps ending, jumps, jumps. So just to run through that one more time, listen and then I'll leave a gap for you to repeat. So say them nice and loudly after me. Jump, jumped, jumped, jumping, jumps. So let's look at some examples then of these different forms in contexts in sentences. They just jumped the queue. So jumping a queue means to cut in, to move in front of other people in the queue. And we've got I jumped on the bus rather than walking. So jumping on the bus it's the idea of getting onto a bus, but maybe you're doing it quickly or energetically. So in both cases here, past simple, we know that the thing just happened. So looking at some past participle examples then. He has jumped through so many hoops to please his boss. So the idea of jumping through hoops means that you do lots of things to make some other person happy or to meet some expectations. And we've got it in the present perfect here, telling us that this is relevant now. I have jumped ahead in the book. So that means I've gone forward. Maybe I've skipped one or two chapters. So the ing form then. They were jumping with joy when I told them. So to jump with joy, it's just an idiomatic way of saying to be very, very happy. And we've got it combined here with the past tense verb were. So we know that this is a thing that happened in the past, and the jumping for joy, or jumping with joy, it just makes it feel a bit more energetic having it there in the continuous, rather than just they jumped for joy. They were jumping with joy, makes us feel the energy, the ongoing excitement of whatever situation it was. He is jumping up and down with frustration. So we're in the present now with is. So he is jumping up and down. You can imagine it right now. The guy is really frustrated. He's probably not actually jumping up and down on the spot, but it gives us this idea that there's a lot of frustrated energy with this guy for whatever reason. And finally then jumps. She always jumps in when I'm telling a story. So to jump in is a bit like interrupting somebody. And he jumps up every time the doorbell rings. So to jump up is basically just to get out of the chair or get out of the seat in a sort of energetic way. And as always with these third person singular, what we're talking about is a person's habitual behaviour. And it often comes with a word like always, as we see here, some modifier of frequency. So she always jumps in. I'm annoyed with her. That's what the always is doing here. He jumps up every time the doorbell rings, so we know this is his habit. This is something he always does. So just to review then, our forms: jump, jumped, jumped, jumping, jumps. So great work today. I hope you remember to like and subscribe. And if you want to practice more verbs in depth, then check out the playlist. Thanks for watching and have a great day.